Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Universe Revealed. Our today's episode is about the hollow earth and Agartha. The theory of hollow earth has always been considered as the revolt of current science. We all have been knowing that our world is round. What if I say our world is not round like a pearl, but it's like a coconut with the space inside which have living things? Would you believe it or not? Even if you don't believe it, this concept and the evidence really exist. To complete the episode of the hollow earth, I'm going to separate it into two parts. First part, theory and witness, and the second part is evidence that we can see by our own eyes, not just the story of theories which we have been hearing. Let's talk about first part, theories and witness. The belief that the earth is hollow. Deep beneath the earth's crust, there is a hole, a large channel in which territories are inhabited by creatures is not just a myth or a fantasy story anymore. The belief in subterranean world or hollow earth now is a concept that has been theorized for centuries by spreading it in many regions. To talk about the hollow earth, we can't ignore the name of one English scientist from 16th century, Edmund Halley. You might heard about the name of Halley comet, a short period comet that is regularly visible to the naked eye from Earth, and thus the only naked eye comet that can appear twice in a human lifetime. Edmund discovered that these appearances were reappearance of the same comet. That's how the comet was named after him. Genius Edmund was not just an astronomer and mathematician, but he was also a famous physicist who presented the world about hollow earth. His theory was based on the value of lunar relative density given by Isaac Newton, his colleague and friend, the greatest English mathematician of his generation, who formulated gravitational theory around 1665. Edmund proposed to the Royal Society of London in 1690 that the earth consisted of nested, spherical shells that spun in different directions and surrounded by a central core. In Edmund's theory, the space between shells were several magnetic fields which emanated from a sphere within the earth. There are 4 layer or concentric hollow spheres in the earth. The first layer is 800 km thick, and the inner hollow earth was populated with life and had a luminous atmosphere. During 18th century, Halley's hollow earth theory was adopted by 2 other famous scientists, a Swiss mathematician Leonhard Euler, the father of graph theory, and John Leslie, a Scottish man who first invented artificial eyes. Euler postulated that a glowing core where 1000 km wide warmed and illuminated the inner earth, where an advanced population lived. Leslie, on the other hand, believed there were 2 concentric spheres within the earth, each with their own sun. He named Pluto and Proserpine after the Greek god of the underworld and his maid's name. Perhaps the most enthusiastic proponent of the hollow earth idea was John Cliff Symons by 1818. He was publicizing his version of the hollow earth, which had concentric spheres and received light and warmth from the sun through large holes in the planet. Symons believed that the earth was hollow beneath the ground at a depth of 1300 km, with a 2300 km wide channel at both poles, 2 sides, and the hollow earth has a 4-layered form. just as Halley had proposed. His hollow earth theory was very famous during the beginning of the 18th century because in addition to proposing a hypothesis, he was also the first to encourage the exploration of the entrance. His project was suspended by Andrew Jackson, the President of the United States at that time, and Science died before he could go on a journey to investigate his assumptions. Some years around, back in 1870, there was one very interesting and widely discussed theory, a theory of Dr. Cyrus Reed Tidd. He was an US electric physician and alchemist who believed that within this hollow earth there is a space that facilitates living with people, and there is a half-lit sun by orbiting around itself, resulting in day-night time. With the atmosphere covered by the Earth's surface, it was hidden from the people of the surface world. Let's have a look at a couple of more theories before we move to another part, witness. Theory of Agartha. Agartha, sometimes you might heard about it as Agartha or Agarthi. It's a mythical kingdom which is said to be located in the core of the world. It is partially related to the theory of hollow earth and is a popular subject in mystery. Legend of the people of Agartha, a mysterious people who created a kingdom under the earth, built capital cities, community, and have rulers. The capital city was called Shambhala. Due to different beliefs in different places, it may be called in another name, such as Forbidden Land, a bright land of spirits, land of gods, known to Hindus as Agartha, which appears in Vedas. The Chinese people call it Shitian, the land of Shiwangmu, the goddess of the western heaven. The Kyrgyz people in Kyrgyzstan country call Shambhala as Janadar. Other Asian countries know Shambhala as the land of peace and happiness. Nicholas Roerich, a Russian painter, scenic designer and writer, claimed that he sees Shambhala existence as both spiritual and physical. Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, was connected by a tunnel with the inner earth. The entrance of the tunnel was guarded by lamas, who were sworn to secrecy. Another tunnel was believed to connect to the secret chambers at the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Actually, by puzzling a record of ancient astronauts from theories and witness, the entrance to subterranean world has more than 10 places that we will talk about it at the end. The last of hollow earth theorists was a Nazi referred to Admiral Karl Dönitz during the Nuremberg trial. He stated, "The German submarine fleet has even now established an earthly paradise, and impregnable for the leader Hitler in whatever part of the world." Although he didn't specify where the exact location was, but by the motion of Nazi, many believed it was Antarctica. The ancient astronaut claimed that in one of Nazi heads' meeting about the survivors of Atlantis disastrous, they pointed out that the survivors after scatter around the world, later they all confederate to make a new house somewhere inside the earth, the place that was inscribed inside their ancestors' memorandum. They decided to leave their established town and their half-caste on earth by leaving the portal open for themselves to come visit sometime. In 1938 December, Hitler had ordered an expedition aiming to find the entrance to the inside of the Earth, and this has been located at the South Pole. A Nazi expedition had exposed the disputed uncharted area between latitude 20 degrees east and 10 degrees west, where an ice-free areas with warm fresh water, lake, and vegetation due to the hot spring near the lake. Later, they named the exploration land New Scoven Land after their ship's name. However, after World War II finished with the Axis were defeated, Norway assumed a protectorate over the area and annexed it to Queen Maud Land. We know this area as Shumaka, Oasis of Antarctica. Details of what the Nazi did and found I've already explained in one of our episodes, Atlantis Part 3. If you are interested, please don't forget to check that out. I'll put the link at the end screen of the video. That's all for today's episode. In next episode, we will continue with the rest of information that I owe you about witness, evidence, and where are the gates to enter inside subterranean world. If you like the content, please like and share. Your kind gesture will always inspire us to carry on. Subscribe and click the bell notification icon below so you don't miss our new episodes. Thank you so much for being with us.